to Terraforming Mars, the solo challenge, where we have 14 generations, 14 rounds to improve the temperature, to raise the temperature, to get the oxygen level up, and to place a number of ocean tiles. We're about halfway through. Things haven't been going well, so let's press on and see what's ahead. Okay. A nitrogen-rich asteroid would... Oof. Give me 2 terraforming points, which is just money. Bump the temperature up 1, which, you know, that helps. What else we got? Increase plant production by 1, or 4 steps if you have 3 plant tags, which I don't think I do. No, I only have the 1 plant tag. So that's expensive for what it is. This is purely victory points at the end of the game. Not mad helpful. Lunar Beam. Decreases money production by 2, but increases heat and energy by 2 each. That's got to be on there, I think. You know, I can't totally neglect money, but this will directly help us. So Lunar Beam and Convoy from Europa gives me a card and an ocean tile. I think I've got to take that as well. Alright, so 2 cards. Got 20 money left. Let's have a think about what we do this turn. Part of me was wondering about playing this, the water import from Europa, but you know, since buying that card, I haven't been able to afford to play it because I keep buying other cards, which is incidentally exactly what I do when I play Terraforming Mars for real. So there you go. With 20 cash and 15 and 13, I can only afford to do 1 of these. So, given that that's the case, I will do the Convoy from Europa this turn, since that will give me 1 less turn where I'm losing money from that. So, Convoy from Europa. Let's play this. Okay. I get an extra card. Lovely. I get a card I can put down. An ocean I can put down. There it is. Bumps up my terraforming rating. That's nice. Should give me the action down here. There we go, to bump it up another 1 for another 3. Let's see what card I picked up. An underground detonation. Once I place this, I can spend 10 to improve my heat production by 2 steps. So expensive, but potentially useful. And look, I also now, because when I placed the ocean down, I covered 2 plants. I've recovered those. I have 8 plants at least. So this now lets me spend 8 plants to place something. Now, in terms of placing these down, the rules regarding placement are that you have to place your forest next to a tile of yours that you've already placed. And the volcano, that was me playing God. That was me, that volcano. You see that? I did that. So because that's literally all I've placed on the planet Mars. Oceans, by the way, oceans belong to everyone. So they're not any player colour. But volcanoes, they don't belong to everyone. They belong to evil geniuses, because that's where they build their lairs. So yeah, so I've got to basically this is the choice I have. These 4 tiles. This looks like the best one. It will give me a plant and a titanium. So let's go there. There we go. Okay. I mean, it feels like things are going slightly better. What ongoing effects do I have? Yes, viral enhancers, of course. I need to remember that, don't I? Yeah. Okay, but there we go. Out of money again. 7 generations in. Wow. Yeah, not going well. Doesn't feel like we're going to do it, does it? The way the the game goes, you know, you build up, you have more resources available to you, more money as the game goes on. But it really doesn't feel like we're gonna do this. Strip mining. Decrease your energy production 2 steps. Increase steel production 2 steps and titanium production 1 step, and get 2 lots of oxygen. Okay, that's something. It's expensive. Yeah. Let's see. Spend 7 to increase your steel production by 1 step and put a factory tile out. Not sure. Anti-grav technology has a requirement of at least 7 science tags, so no use for me in this game. Towing a comet. Okay. 2 plants, because, you know, everyone knows comets, heavily forested. Raise oxygen by 1 step and place an ocean tile. I think that's the one I'm going to buy. Yeah. That's the only one I'm interested in. Alright, so first things first. I have enough heat built up that I can bump the temperature of the planet up, which in turn increases my heat production. I feel like it's a good idea to use that. So my terraforming rating's gone up. So my money has gone up. All right, we're on to 23, which isn't a huge amount of cash. Feel like towing a comet is probably the way to go. It's going to give me more cash and more money in future turns, you know. Oh, and I can decrease the cost of the card by 1 because I have a titanium, and this has a titanium symbol up in the top right, or space symbol. So, yeah, let's go ahead and use that. And where am I going to place the ocean? I'm going to put it here. Now, when you place oceans next to existing... When you place anything next to an ocean, if I remember rightly, including another ocean, you get two money. So that's given me a bit of extra cash. It's also given me more plants, which means I can place another forest. I'm going to go ahead and place it here and head towards the spot where Noctis City would ordinarily go, which is, you know, it's just a card for Noctis City. Okay. I mean, I feel like this has gone a little better. 5 money. You know, it might be time to... so any of these I could sell to play any of the others. Nothing which really jumps out. You know, it's highly unlikely I'm going to afford to be able to play all these cards before the end of the game. But at the same time, none of these are going to help me massively in the short term. I mean, these ones I can't even play yet. So I could sell all the ones that I can't play yet. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, which would give me 9 cash. That would let me play this, but I wouldn't be able to benefit from it this turn. I'm going to hold off. And almost assuredly fail. But hey-ho. We'll see how close we can get. Alright, we're starting to get a bit more respectable amounts of money in. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to afford anything. Subterranean reservoir. Yeah. You know what I might do this turn is just not choose any of these. So Mars University, whenever I play a science tag, including this one, discard a card from your hand and draw another. Could be useful, but it's quite expensive for something which doesn't directly help me produce oxygen, ocean, or temperature. Commercial district, again, expensive to generate money, especially this late in the game. Advanced alloys would have been amazing early doors. It's one of my favourite cards. It basically means any steel that you use to offset the building cost of buildings and titanium you use to offset the cost of space projects is worth more. But I have 0 production and 0 stock of either of those metals, and we're in 9 of 14, so that's not going to help. The subterranean reservoir, well, that's all well and good, but I have cards here, you know, that I haven't yet played, that can help out in these regards. So let's have a look. Spend the heat, bump that up. What else can we do? Gonna play this. Water from Europa. Play the card down. That gives me the action. Can I afford it? Oh, victory points. Yeah, not too bad about that. The answer is yes, I can afford it. So I'm gonna do it. Place an ocean down. Put it down here. Extra 2 plants. Lovely stuff. Okay, so now I can pay there is a standard project to place an ocean down. That costs 18, but now I can do it through my card once per turn at a cost of 12. And I can use steel to offset the cost of it, should I ever have any. Which I could get, in fairness. I could plonk one up here. That might have been a better idea, actually. But yeah, okay. Can't afford to play any of these. Oh, yeah, okay. Next turn, we are speeding towards failure. Hashtag life goals. Okay. Fish! Today's fish is trout a la creme. Enjoy your meal. Sorry. I play board games with a group of people. I've been playing for years and years and years. And there are certain references and things that I just can't help. And, Red Dwarf features quite highly amongst them. So, yeah. The fish card, again, will give me victory points at the end of the game. But that doesn't affect the solo playthrough. Martian rails. Spend an energy to gain money for each city tile on Mars. I mean, I don't have much in the way of energy. There's not much in the way of cities. This isn't really going to help. Plantation. Do I have 2 science tags? I just have the 1. That's a real shame. Because that would just be a way of bumping the oxygen up relatively cheaply. Might be worth buying anyway. And then imported greenhouse gases. Increase heat production by 1 and gain 3 heat. Yeah. I'm gonna buy it too. I mean, this is the thing. They might not be ideal cards, but they are what I have available, so that is kind of it. Yeah. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Let's start out with the imported greenhouse gases. Okay, because that will give me enough heat to bump the heat up. Oh, we're getting there. That will let me then increase this here if I want. That will cost 3. Let's just look what else we got. The lunar beam, it seems pointless still having this sat in my hand when I could be spending it. That's properly bumped these up, so we're going to be able to heat up a bit better, but you know, it's kind of late in the day. Let's go ahead and use this. That's given us more money. Got 6 cards left. I think it's time to sell some of these cards that we are not going to get to use. Yeah. The algae and the heather, we're one away from each of them. You know, we're -16 temperature on Mars. We need greater than or equal to -14 to play the heather card, so we're one step away from that. The algae, we need 5 oceans. We have 4 down. We can play this card, but it's going to be expensive to bump our heat up. You know, and we're going to be able to, I mean, we've got turn 11, 12 and 13. We're going to be able to bump the heat up 1, 2, 3 once per round as we currently stand. If I could play this now, then next turn bump the heat up by 2, but that still won't, you know, we'll have 3 turns, so it will produce 6 total heat if I use it. Oh no, it won't. It will have 2. It will have 4 total heat because there'll only be 2 turns in which I'm able to use this card. I could bump it up to 6 if I use it twice. Oof. Yeah. Staring failure in the face. Okay, well, let's speed on to it. Alright. Money gives us options at least. And what do we have? Late in the day cards. Land claim. Again, more useful in a multiplayer game where you're fighting over territory on Mars for cities and forests and all sorts. This game's got a time limit of generations, so that's not particularly useful. Black polar dust. So this is 15. Places an ocean tile, decreases money production 2, and increases heat production by 3. Lets you put an ocean tile down. I mean, I guess. Business network. Decrease your money production and lets you look at the top card and either buy it or discard it. Oh, yes. Soleto. 35 to increase heat production by 7. I mean, we're so far away from victory. This would be, if I, you know, if I bought this card as well, we wouldn't be able to, we wouldn't no longer be able to afford to play it this turn. I think, and again, you know, business network, that's all great, give me access to cards that I can't afford to play. I think just stick with the 1. Stick with the 1. Alright. Let's bump the temperature up. Alright. That gives us access to this card. Let's go ahead and play that. Okay. And let's plant a forest here. Oh, it's not letting us play in Noctis City. Oh, well, that looks like I've just played there then. Right. Okay, well, that's something. Still got a bit of money. What else are we looking at? Yeah, let's go ahead and do black polar dust. Let's put this up here. Yeah, So money production is now down 3, but you know, we keep offsetting it by doing this. With the 5 oceans down, we can now play the algae. Let's do that. So it's a bit late to be getting plant production up, but you know, better late than never. Yeah, wow, we're still even not at 5%. Oof. Yeah, this is not gone well. Alright. I think that's all we can do for this turn. Yeah. Speeding inexorably towards defeat. As is so often the case when I play board games. Here we are, Gen 12. Okay, what do we have? Kelp farming. Oh, you know what I forgot to do was use the actions to give myself extra plants. Yeah, so raise your terraforming rating, gain 4 plants, 3 microbes to a card, and 2 animals to a card. Well, I haven't really collected animal and microbe cards because they don't help us. Kelp farming, 6 ocean tiles placed. Increase money production by 2 steps and plant production by 3 steps and gain 2 plants. I mean, that looks helpful. A lot of this is, how you say, fiddling whilst Rome burns, I think. What cards do we have left? Plantation that we can't play. Shuttles that we can't yet play and won't be helpful. Underground detonation that we've determined is a bit late to play. Lake Marineris. It looks like oceans are the one thing that we have a chance of hitting. So I'm going to go ahead and do kelp farming. I think that's all I can do. Okay then. Let's go ahead and place a forest down here. Bumps the oxygen up. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put an ocean down here. Okay. Let's go ahead and bump the temperature of Mars up. Still got 33. Yeah, let's use that. Now let's remember, is it the action or an effect? Oh, no. The effect's already been happening automatically. That's helpful. Okay, let's put this down here. So you see, you know, we're making more progress as the game goes on. It's just we're leaving it too late. I reckon in maybe 16 or 17 rounds we might have cracked this. Is it time to sell these? Because, you know, they're not going to help us any. What would we do with the money? I'll tell you what, we could use a standard project with the money. I think it might be time. The shuttles, I'm not going to use. You know, so let's select that to sell. The underground detonations, I'm not going to use. And Lake Marineris, we're already on 6 out of 9. I'm not going to use. So sell those 3. Now then, I've already used the water import from Europa once this round. It might now be the time to... Let's see. I could place more greenery down. I could place an aquifer down. Place an asteroid down, but it's any one of the 3, isn't it? Let's put the aquifer down and do this one over here. Gives 2 more Okay, that's the, you know, Generation 12 was particularly effective, but let's pass, skip on, and see what Generation 13 brings us. Okay, colony on Ganymede. It's not a priority right now. Technology demonstration. So that's an event that gets us 2 different cards. Okay. You know, 3 credits to buy the card, 5 to play it, which means 8 overall, and they cost 3 to buy regularly. But I guess this gives you access to different ones. But again, it's a bit of a crapshoot, isn't it, as to whether they're any good or not. 15 for a steelworks that lets you pay 4 energy to gain 2 steel and increase oxygen by a step. Again, first 5 turns you would have been a shoo-in, really handy. This late on, it's kind of bit too little, too late, if you know what I mean. I had another phrase I was going to say, but I'll try and keep this PG. Yeah. Let's see. I don't think any of these are any use. Gonna buy that because I have a slight chance then that something else will be of use. Alright, let's do the things that we can do. Bump the temperature up. Getting good. Bump the plant production up. And yeah, let's go out to here. Okay. Let's go ahead and plonk down another ocean using this. Let's put it here. And we can then play this technology demonstration, and you know, doesn't cost us any money to actually play them. We can use the titanium. So, did we get anything of any use? An Olympus conference. It would let us play the plantation if we then played the Olympus conference, which, yeah, okay, why not? Let's go ahead and play this. Yeah, so let's, when you play a science tag, including this one, either add a science resource to this card or remove a science resource to this card to draw a card. So we've added one on there, I believe. There we go. We got the 1 science resource on the Olympus conference card. Now when we play this, we can now play, because we now have the 2 science tags. There we go, and we can place that here, and we should get bumped up to 8. There we go, with the this effect, the viral enhancers. Let's just play another one. Let's go out to here. So, you know, this is looking slightly more respectable. We are getting actually relatively close. Of course, we are physically unable to play this card. We shot right past it. So we might as well sell that one. Let's go ahead and do this. I know we've only got 1 turn left, but still. Standard projects. Yeah. Well, let's sell the patent. And it seems silly to spend 18 to put an aquifer out when we know we can do it in the next turn for 12. So let's go ahead and do an asteroid instead. All right. Okay, so, you know, it's actually going to be closer than I thought. I thought I was going to fail embarrassingly badly. And actually, I think I'm going to fail slightly less embarrassingly badly. Here we are then, the final round. Gen 14. Is there anything here of any use this late on? Well, short answer, no. The longer answer, no. This lets me steal resources from other players. There are no other players apart from the neutral player, but even then, come on, I'm not lowering myself to that level. It's just no fun if there isn't another human getting annoyed at you. That's all I can say. Minimum temperature, farming. Yeah, we're not at temperature, so we couldn't play it yet. And must already have titanium production. I don't. And I reduce titanium production of another player by 1 to increase mine by 1. Again, brilliant for annoying other players, but there aren't any, so no. And similar here. Screw over your opponents by, you know, cornering the steel market, but no other players, so none of those are of any use. Right, let's see how agonizingly close we can get. Bump the temperature up 1. Oh, look at that, 1 heat away from another. Let's go ahead and put this here. There we go. There's no point at all in using this because there are no more turns. You see, I was thinking there might be a point in using this. It costs 12. But actually, if we do an asteroid, we'll get an ocean when the temperature hits average of 0. So, do that. There we go. And we'll place an ocean. Oh, I guess here? There's a card here? Windmills. A little late in the day, windmills. I mean, I appreciate your aesthetic and all, but yeah. So, really, all I can do is standard projects. I got 44. Let's see. Let's do a greenery. And plunk you here. What else can we afford? I could do another greenery. Yeah. Let's do another greenery. Put you here. And pretty sure that is it. Yeah. So I think that is our final stage. So we planted 9 oceans. We got the temperature up to a balmy 0 degrees C on average. And the oxygen level is at 12%, not 14. So, you know, we came closer than I feared it would do in the early stages of that, but we have failed. Oh, I can convert plants. Yes, at the end of the game, I had forgotten there is one bonus round which lets you produce, which lets you spend any unspent plants on forests, and yeah, I had enough to do that once. So, yeah, that is the end of the game. Thank you for that, and you can put the points on all you like, but ultimately, you lose. Yeah. Hey ho. Yes. So there you go. That is a solo playthrough of Terraforming Mars, and that is how not to do it. And I can't help but feel now like I need to record another video where I actually win. Yeah, we shall see. But as always, thanks ever so much for watching, and until next time, take care of yourselves.